Hi, this is Paul Slackers, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Beth Le Manach. Hi, Beth. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Okay, good. Kin Community, K-I-N. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us what's going on.
So we launched about a month ago, back in December, and Kin Community is a new YouTube channel that is dedicated to women, so 25 to 44. Our sweet spot are moms, and this is part of YouTube's new original content initiative, where they're working with about 100 different content creators, everyone from celebrities like Madonna all the way to internet companies like DECA, to produce new original channels with high-quality premium content.
Beautiful. Okay. And you're involved with the programming?
Yes.
Excellent. Yes. So tell us about your content.
Sure. So the channel has 4 different series or shows, and they cut across 4 different content categories. So the first one being Kin Eats, which is a daily food show showing simple recipes that women can make at home. We're trying to inspire women to get back into the kitchen, fall back in love with cooking by giving them really easy recipes that just look too good to pass up. And then we also have a fashion show called Kin Style, and that's a weekly show that shows great videos and great looks for kind of moms on the go or anybody who needs a little new inspiration when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. And then the third show is something called Kin Story, and this is an interesting kind of what we call a reality docu format. So it's a little bit like reality, a little bit like a documentary, and it chronicles a family with an 8-week-old baby and a 2-year-old child that picked up everything from Los Angeles and moved to Tuscany. And she's doing a daily video series chronicling her adventures, which is very entertaining. Mm-hmm. And then the fourth one, which will roll out in about 2 weeks, is called Kin Parents, and that will be hosted by 2 dad bloggers. They write a very funny blog called howtobeadad.com, and it's their kind of comedic take on what it means to be a parent in these modern times.
I love it. It's very good. So how are you producing these? Where are you producing them out of?
Yeah, so we're based in Santa Monica, and we produce basically everything except for the Italian show here in L.A. The Italian show, interestingly enough, is shot by the subject herself. So she shoots all of her own footage with just a little small Sony camera, and then we edit it here and obviously put the music on it, but it is all being shot by her herself.
Well, you're in the land of Hollywood.
Yes.
By far, it's great out there. Show business is is part of the foundation of that area.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
The good
Definitely.
weather, you can go out and do shows, so on and so forth. So I used to manage the television city there, CBS.
Oh yeah, sure.
In the early '70s. So I've been making shows for a long, long time.
Oh,
and as a head of programming, how are you selecting what kinds of content to share?
Sure. I mean, we spent a lot of time when we developed this brand Kin, and I think, when we were talking with YouTube and they said, okay, develop a channel for women, for moms specifically, I really spent a lot of soul searching, I think, as a woman and as a mom myself. I have 2 small children under the age of 5, so I'm definitely in the trenches, as I say. I really wanted to create something that I felt was not being created for women. And I think, there are a lot of brands out there and a lot of media companies that kind of talk to mom as mom and forget that there's a woman behind that mom. And for me, certainly being a mom is one of the greatest joys of my life, but I also have a career, I have friends, I have other personal interests, and so I wanted to make sure that the shows that we created were just a little bit different and a little bit more inspiring. We have a quote at Kin that says, if we give you good advice, you may respect us, but if we tell you a great story, you'll want to be our friend. And that really is the crux of Kin, is that we want to connect with women on an emotional level. We want them to show us their loyalty because they do see us as a friend and as a community of like-minded women. And part of what's also infused in all of these shows is the idea that, life can be artistic, whether it's making a beautiful meal or putting together an outfit or whatever it might be, that there is a way to celebrate that simple artistry. And that was really, I think, a lot of the guiding principles that we used when developing the content.
Now, to make a show, is though not an easy thing. To make to 30 seconds of not such a good show, people sometimes switch channels.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you doing that? I mean, you have some experienced people or just people that just have a good sense?
Well, we definitely have experienced people on the production side. So it was really important for me to have a very strong DP, to have, director of productions and audio people and editors that are very well versed in the types of content that we're creating. And we also really upped our game as far as the production quality. So we shoot everything on the new Canon 5Ds and 7Ds, which are the DSLR technology, which looks amazing. So, I mean, it really looks like film. And part of what I wanted to grab people with when they click on our video, because online content, they're there with the hand on the mouse ready to click away at any time. It's not like television where someone's on a sofa, they have to find the clicker to actually turn your channel. We had to grab them really quickly, and I think with beautiful visuals and stunning photography and great music and fun graphics, it just kind of gets people at all different senses, and I feel like that's really helped us, and it seems like that's what people are really responding to is the quality.
Okay. Beautiful. And how often are you programming content?
We program content every day. So every week we have about 13 videos that post, and every day there's either a food video or a story video. So it's a bit of a machine.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is good. This is good. This is what we do. We're making about 20, 30 shows a week. So
wow.
Pumping it out, short form. How about you? What is the length of your program?
We really try to stay within the 1 to 3 minute mark.
Okay.
We find that that's really our best success, somewhere in there.
Okay, that's good. That's great. But that's not easy either. Okay,
no.
I've been making shows 40 years myself. I have to make them long because I'm not a good editor. I like everything I shot or did. So,
I know.
And the web actually gives you that opportunity to do that. However, people's attention span doesn't necessarily always call for that. So, you almost need like advertising people to be able to slice, dice, chop, and leave stuff on the editing room floor. How do you make those kinds of decisions?
Yeah, I mean, luckily I'm extremely ADD. So as much as I love all the stuff we do, I also know that I can tell when I start to get antsy. And when the antsy meter starts to click up, then I know it's time to cut it down. And I think there is a lot of artistry in what we call the economy of words. If you can say something in the least amount of words possible, that's the stronger message. If there's too much detail here and there, you kind of lose people. So, yeah, I think we just try to keep it short and sweet and keep the cream rising to the top and kind of get rid of everything else.
Well, no, then I think you're right on with the 140 words and words and the short span of desiring information.
Yeah.
So but it's an art to still get the same point across, right?
It is. It definitely is.
And so, I congratulate you on that. And you've had great success. I've heard that, you have big size audiences coming in. Is that right?
Yeah. We've been really lucky. We in our first couple of weeks, we've gotten about 8,000 subscribers and close to almost 800,000 video views, and we're just getting started. So, yeah, I definitely see great things for this channel over the course of the year.
What does a subscriber mean?
Oh, yeah. So on YouTube, in order to leave a comment or, really interact with any of the content, you need to have an account. And having an account also allows you to subscribe to channels. So when you subscribe to the channel, it's free. You just basically need a Gmail account. You get alerted when new videos are posted. So that's really the ultimate compliment. When somebody subscribes to your channel, it's saying, I like you enough to keep up with your updates. And so we take that as a personal compliment.
Are any of these pieces sponsored?
Well, right now the whole channel is sponsored by Toyota. So you'll see they have pre-rolls that run and banner ads and overlays. They are having a sponsorship that I think goes through August.
Oh, okay. So that's great.
Yeah. So it's good all around.
A lot of good stuff. Well, Beth, you must be very excited about all this.
Yes.
And
yes.
Your kids
it's definitely
a dream
come true. Well, thank you.
Let me ask you one last question.
Yes.
What's good news for you?
Good news for us as far as the channel?
You personally.
Oh, me personally?
Or
you know
channel,
what's good for me
you
personally? When I get comments to the channel that make my day that say things like, you've inspired me to stop eating takeout and get in my kitchen and cook. And I can't tell you how many comments I get like that, at least a few each month. And that does it. It's like if we can just change everybody's mind to stop eating processed food and doing takeout and really fall back in love with cooking, that there is an artistry to it that can be enjoyed by anybody who doesn't need to have any incredible cooking skills. That's a good day for me.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing good news with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.